execute at 75%, you're already like,
That's bro. That's it, yo. Have a
yeah,
plan of action, my nigga. You know what
yeah.
it is.
That is dope. That is
And a
awesome.
plan of
That was a
action,
cool
bro.
Really
experience.
good.
We had all the bases covered. We had the exits. The exits were bombed up. They couldn't even get in to come help her. So we separated her from the rest of her party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was really fucking good, bro. I have to admit.
Good job, guys. Good job. That's
Yeah,
pretty dope.
man.
That's pretty good.
It was the plotting that was cool. I guess I see the
Yeah.
difference between like how
And I
Red
heard
Lotus
and
Society
Kevin already got
moves.
the kill shot. I heard the crits, the crit.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Camadonia got
Uh,
a crit, and then also
Tony started it
Cognac.
off though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tony critted
he
with a
started.
scorching ray.
Yeah,
Credit on that Scorching Ray.
Hmm.
credit on the
Oh, word?
scorch.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah,
hard. That means you roll a 20 then, right?
yeah.
Hmm.
It was the game was also on our side as well.
Yeah,
It,
yeah. Wow,
it
for
was really
once, man.
good.
Digitize balanced out for all the times we get yoked, you know?
That's
So,
exactly what Lewis said actually.
the universe balances itself once, but you know what's gonna happen, right? It's downhill from
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That
yeah, we
shows the
already know.
experience though of his
Yeah,
success for sure.
that
I'm
is,
doing
yeah.
I'm doing it
Those are
for
the
like
like
one time. It worked one
short
time. Fuck
memories.
it.
It worked
Yeah.
one
Those are
time.
like those are the type of like scenes that like you'll never forget.
I think
Right.
that was the type of shit that I feel bad because Matt actually likes that kind of stuff.
Mm,
Samuel, he likes plotting
mm,
type of stuff because he plays rogues a lot. So he would have
mm.
definitely enjoyed the whole like Ocean's 11 type like vibe that we had going on with plotting and putting it together, but he didn't get a chance to
Didn't
play.
want
So
to. Nah, he didn't choose to play.
yeah,
It's
the
on him.
sneaking around, the stealth check, the assassination, that's all went
Uh,
into it.
that's on him. He didn't want to play.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man, it
because you
worked.
guys don't
He
got
didn't.
like no like heavy armor like classes in
Yeah,
that
we
part.
don't got a lot of we
You
don't
got
got any heavy
Yeah,
ammo
we
and
don't
classes.
have any.
spellcasters with a spell, they're to be even
Hmm.
stronger than rogue,
Yeah.
and they don't wear armor either.
Hmm.
So
So
now I
yeah,
know the
that's a
difference
perfect
between
party in
how
itself.
how Red Lotus Society works and how like the
And you
Night
got
Market
like
works.
like
Yeah.
uh, we are too hot. We're hobgoblins too. Like we have already built in stealth. So like I got like plus 21 stealth already on top of the fucking everything else. So it's like, and then Cav is a stealth. Fucking the other monk is a high dex stealth, like a high dex monk. So it's just not even. It worked so well.
Hmm.
He came in as a gaseous form. He came in as a cloud. Oh man.
Who's that? Cavs?
No, the other monk. He came in as a cloud. He didn't even have to go. He didn't even have to. He didn't even have to attack, which is crazy.
Mm.
But he came in as a gaseous cloud and
Oh, he
floated
had like a
above
he
everything.
had some
Yeah,
magic
the
items.
gaseous form.
Oh,
Yeah, I think we took a potion. We had a potion of gaseous form laying around, so he took
okay.
that and then floated up and then stealthed in. But he didn't even have to attack. It was just us. I had to grab her coming out of the invis, dropped her fucking AC and Dex and all that shit, and everybody had to just hit her. Hit and
Yeah, that,
pray, bro.
My
yeah.
character, the alchemist,
Uh,
he made he made what you call it infusions of True Strike. So basically, you know
yeah,
how True Strike normally
right.
you can only do it on yourself. Well,
Mhm.
he can make like a type of like it's a character class feature. It's called an infusion, where basically he makes a potion that other people could drink of his particular like spells, or in his
Yeah,
cases,
So
extracts.
personal spells, he can make potions of it that other people can't.
Right, right.
yeah. Yo, it
That,
worked. It
that
was
otherwise wouldn't normally be able to like work, but he could
Right.
do it. So he handed out potions or extracts rather of yeah, he could do that.
true strength. That
True
shit was
Strike.
so
So
beautiful.
and plus they were invisible. So when they came out of the invisible, they have the bonus of like attacking while invisible plus True Strike on top of it. So we were trying to lock
And
it in that.
it was still barely just enough to get her
Right. Yeah.
because I rolled a two on the grab.
Hmm.
Oh man,
Bro,
thank God for buffs.
I'm gonna be using Fireball. It's a heal spell this level.
Mm.
Oh, that's sick.
Man.
Oh, for 7?
Yeah, I can use Fireball
Nice.
as a heal spell.
Nice. You get to see I'll be switching. You'll get to see Nasir change over to Dragon style this level.
The only question I have next is, since you could do that, um, did you learn the trick from Waylon on how to exclude certain areas in the blast?
You did. I did.
Dope.
He
Nope.
taught me how to concentrate it to make it smaller, so to reduce the blast. Yes, he did.
Nice. That's dope.
Awesome. So you want to start this game up since it's just us? Let's get it rolling.
Yep.
And we know,
Everybody here, so
yeah, Pichardo got to go early. Fuck it, let's get it popping.
all right. So the last that had happened 2 weeks ago. My characters returned back as fast as possible. The Crom's hold. You went inside. You were ready to bring Marcina to her room, which was located down in the basement area of the hold. And it was kind of quiet, at least on the ground level, and then you had gone downstairs. Roth was helping her to her room when your characters noticed something amiss about the basement area. And just as you were about to inspect the situation,
Something.
you were ambushed by your first encounter with the foreboding and dreadful spawns of Kius that you've been hearing about for a month. And
Walking Dead music.
even though you were fully prepared to deal with them, you weren't prepared for was how devastating those worms can be.
Mm-hmm. That's right. I got healed by Bando.
And the realization of how serious this supposed age of worms can get has now come to full light and perspective. And your characters are aware that, yeah, if this cult or these cult no, this cult, the Ebon Triad, does succeed in bringing about this age, there's going to be a lot of death and chaos in the aftermath, to which many other evil religions and organizations would take full advantage of, besides the use. Or, well, use, in a sense, would be in trouble if the would be in trouble himself should the Ebon Triad succeed, because he would only exist long enough for their supposed plan to enact itself, which is to siphon that divine energy and pour it all into the dark trio of gods that are well known in Faerun, despite the fact that 2 of them are quote unquote dead, Vale and Merkel are no longer as active as they used to be. Their remnants are still hanging around, and their divinity is present but scattered and faint, extremely faint. They might as well be considered dead in a sense. But as your characters are aware, most of the time gods don't truly seem to ever die, for Bane managed to return despite having had that status 10 years prior. Well, I should say for about 12, 13 years before he had made his return just 3 years ago. As you were ready to deal with more Kiyu spawn, while worrying about somebody getting too far infested with worms, since multiple worms equal a much, and the more worms infecting your body, the much faster it'll be before they hit into your brain and start to drain you of your life before you die. And Rise is one of them as well. But Delphin Underball, the Mage of Daggerford, has arrived with the reinforcements. Apologizing for his delay,
Man, I was worried. I thought somebody got to his ass. The
as he
dragon.
was trying to muster what he could, talk and convince his younger brother, who's the governor mayor, and the fact that he really, really hates dealing with politics. But he had to deal with his younger brother, the governor mayor of Daggerford, to convince him to give him enough troops to come and bolster the defenses of Crom's Hold. As they made their way to the halfway point at the clearing by the off to the side of the trail, they had to deal with an assault from a rather angry spirit of a mighty dire elk.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my fucking god, dude. She is devastated about that. He vows never to use that spell again.
On hearing the description and the location, your characters realize that the curse that was left on the dire elk must have molded its place in the afterlife. Its death occurring no thanks to its inability to function properly, since it was cursed to half the time be unable to partake in any action. So what it lost its life to is not known, but a combination of being captured and abused by the orcs of the Skin Tear tribe, heavily wounded in a battle it did not want to be in, and then left to wander about in its wounded state, cursed by foul magic, by cursed by a witch's curse.
But let's keep in mind, this is this is narration from an omniscient fucking being who's like has no skin in the game, and he chose the word foul magic.
Well, in the perspective of the dire elk, it
Nah,
would be
nigga.
foul magic.
Right.
Now it's the perspective,
It
nah,
was
bro.
foul
You
magic.
were
Foul
telling the
magic.
narrator, you were narrating that as Ao himself. And I think it said your magic is foul.
I know. The dire elk, the poor dire elk who decided not to pass, not decide, but the spirit did not pass on to where it was supposed to go. It lingered in the area, refusing to entirely give up life because it wants to live the life that it was trying to peacefully live before all that occurred.
Damn, bro. Some consequences.
Creates a story for a tire elk. Creates a story.
Were you
Here's
able
the-
to were you able to
Freaking
release
created a whole
your-
story. That one curse.
So after hearing that, Alice says, so he turns to Sophelia and he says, so how does this work? Aren't you part of the magic police or something? Does that mean you're gonna have to arrest Luna?
Let me say what's
He
up.
looks at Sophelia.
Delphin looks confused at that
Were you
statement.
able to place? Were you able to set the poor beast to rest? After your encounter,
Unfortunately, I did my best to fend it off and had the soldiers escape before any of them had perished under its spectral attacks. Some of them fled in terror initially at its wailing bellows.
Bro, it has a wailing ability.
It makes sense. It heard you well.
Ophelia then looks at Luna.
But if it is a ghost, which indeed it very much appears to be one, those are always tricky to entirely get rid of. For even if you vanquish a spirit such as that, it may return back to its haunting place until whatever it is that's causing it to remain here in the material plane
Well, we have
has
so
been
many.
has been satisfied and it
There
can
was
move on.
This was this 50-year-old ghost we encountered before, by the name of Alistair, from the Lamb family.
Yes, I recall
nearby
that
our
from
home.
from your reports.
And we were able to set his soul to rest, to meet the great beyond with his family. And then she looks at, the rest of the crew, the night watch, and her eyes gazes on Luna, a little longer than normal. You know, we are partly responsible for what happened to that majestic beast. And I think it's only fair that we free it from its pain and suffering and help it get on to the next plane of existence. What say you, Luna?
She takes a second and she just looks very distressed. And she nods her head like frantically, but doesn't say anything. Like she can't even meet Sophelia's gaze.
Sophia normally smiles when she looks at Luna, but you can see that she has a serious, stern, gaze upon her. And then she shifts away, and then she looks up at Delphin and says, "I take full accountability for that. We're responsible for what happened to that dire elk, and we'll see what we can do.
Luna
Once we make sure our ally, Lucian, life is not in danger no more."
Luna chimes in.
Roth
And she goes,
Roth speaks up and he's like, "We, I choose different set of words there, Cecilia. As an Inquisitor of Kalembor, I will not take responsibility for creating an undead being. That falls solely on whatever magic brought it back in that state. And he slowly he side eyes Luna.
Luna
Well,
kind of like
I will
chimes up.
not
She's like,
I
"Get
will
it,
not
get
bring
it."
I will not bring blasphemy to my title.
I get it. I get it. I did it. I take full responsibility for it. Okay. Is that everyone? Is that what everyone wants to hear? I get it. I
Not
won't use this
everyone.
spell again.
But we will take care of it. That I agree with.
So Phila goes to Luna. We're not blaming you. Your arcane magic is increasing at a exponential level. I understand that it's very difficult to control and to wield it, to be able to mold magic through the weave. Don't worry, dear sister. I will aid you and help you to be able to control your power.
It is to be expected when casting necromancy.
So, like, Sophia's like, you tell she's not like, well, she never looked angry. She just had like a stern look. But at the same time, it's like a sigh of relief that Luna actually like felt like bad about it, because that's what she was observing, like doing sense motive. Like, would she be like, yeah, and what? I did it, so what? Or did she actually have like remorse? And it looked like she had remorse, so
Yo,
so
son, fucking Roth, Ill Omen is fucking an enchantment spell and not a fucking necromantic spell, you fucking asshole.
you could say that in character.
She did. She did.
You're the architect. Oh,
No,
okay.
you cast a bestow curse on it.
No,
That's
I
not.
casted. Wait, bestow curse is necromancy?
Yes.
Absolutely is.
Yes, yes.
Ooh. Well, I guess
If it's
you're
still
right.
omen, it's enchantment. But if you did the style curse, that's definitely
The style curse is the one that's permanent, bro.
that's one of the necromancy spells out there.
It's OP.
You cursed.
I thought that was the level 4
It's
spell.
in the
Am I-
curse that.
Is.
No, the level 4 spell is a different one.
Yeah.
The fact
Level
that you
is
can
four?
make
all-
No,
up,
that's for a witch.
you
It's
can
level
take
That's
the
all
three.
here.
basic one, or
Level
you
3
can
for a
make up
witch.
your own. You can make up
Level
your
4 normally?
own consequence.
It's level 4
I-
normally, but it's level 3 for a cleric and a
Oh,
witch.
oh
And a
wow! So
witch.
that's a very powerful spell. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
goes,
that means
goes perfectly
Luna
with
could put
goes
it.
perfectly what Sophia said.
That means
You
Luna could put it in a wand if she wanted
yeah.
to.
For you, it's a level 3 spell. For most spell casting, it's like,
Yeah, that's
oh,
true.
it's a level 4 spell. That's a
It's a
powerful spell.
it's a nasty spell, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
that's the spell
gonna
having
use
a
it to create
wand.
my own now. I'm gonna do
Yeah, you
that.
could create your own repercussions for it. You just gotta collaborate with Lou on this.
Yeah, listen.
But yeah, from those with pretty good sense motive, you can tell Roth is
Hmm.
clearly upset that he was involved in the situation where like his job is to take out undead and like their actions
Yeah, he created
had
one.
had caused one to return and bring harm to the living. He's not.
Yeah.
He's in a mood.
Yeah, there's some good
He's,
Sophia
Something to
also
say to me, say it.
Sophia's also disappointed with herself.
He did. He did.
One of her calling, one of her duties is to prevent the abuse of magic, and it happened. And she
Mm.
did tell like Luna, "Hey, you shouldn't do that," but she didn't.
well,
do
no. What Luna did wasn't an abuse of magic.
Her logic was my friends were being hurt. That was her logic.
Yeah.
That was her intent. Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Mhm.
you
Yeah,
did not
no.
mean to, like hurt
Yeah.
her right creature. You
She
were
Yeah,
wasn't.
should've-
She wasn't like actively like trying to harm the
That's
weave
true.
or just like
We had
or trying to like ruin a society with her magic or any like she wasn't just like blatantly like throwing magic out without a care. It was her whatever she casted.
Like
It
a
was for
fire
the
on
it
the
was for the
marketplace with 3 kids.
Yeah, whatever she cast, because like Mystra, although a paladin would care, but Mystra wouldn't even care if she threw an evil spell out. Like that's not her. She doesn't
Right.
care.
No, I know Mistra
Yeah,
wouldn't, but
yeah, that's
the
just that
Mystic
paladin
Knights
would,
would.
but
Yeah, Paladin, right.
the
So
Mystic Knights, yeah, Mystic Knights would
When she
they would
casted it,
they would frown. Well, the Mystic Knights, yeah, they wouldn't really if they saw other wizards using it, like those that serve Mystra and they're using it, they would frown upon it and they would want to have nothing to do with it and they would stay far away. They would stay far away from any situation where it was being used. Um,
but I'm a witch.
but yeah, but other like a cleric of Mystra would be like, well, I mean, they're using magic. Magic's magic. Like it is what it is.
I remember when I casted it afterwards, Sophia did tell Luna,
Yeah,
asked her why she casted it.
she did say that. Yeah.
And her first instinct, her first response was because you were in trouble. That was it.
So Adler pulls the hood up on his explorer outfit, and he steps over a little closer to everyone else, and he goes, "So, after we deal with Luna's ghost pony issue, then we can go back to the reality soup and take a look at its ingredients."
Reality Soup.
This
Oh, that place you just came from?
yes.
I sense a lot of wicked magic there. Kushna was right. Tishna was right. There is a lot of foul magic in that area. I would definitely need to return there at a later date. I'll accompany you.
Hmm.
Delphin's busy. He starts telling the soldiers like get the place cleaned up, burn whatever like undead corpses that they get a hold of, search for records in the place, and he goes to
Hey Lou, when they
he
burn
go
the corpses,
he comes downstairs and he's like, I'm gonna go oh yeah, I did say that Martina and the Baroness had uh they the Baroness is still alive. Hushak is there also.
hey Lou, when
Dan,
Kushak's
they
just
burn,
leaning up
Dan, it
against
was
yeah,
hey,
Kushak's just leaning up against the wall, just like his tail's twitching, and he's just like just listening and eyeing the situation. But he's just like leaning up and like pretty much like kind of like in a like waiting his turn because he's like he knows he's like he's pretty much like waiting his turn because he's like he knows they're gonna turn to him and deal with him in some manner. So he's like just sitting there waiting for it. Um, the Martina and Baroness had their reunion, and
hey Lou,
he
when they
helps she
burn the
helps.
corpses, is it okay if Adler and Luna get that ingredient for the green paste, or I think it's
That
called
was only that was only if you guys had broke down the dragon egg before it hatched.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
you had that it was that it was
So
well
we had time
no,
to
well
prepare.
quote unquote dragon egg. It wasn't really a dragon egg.
Right, right.
Yeah, it was that egg. Yeah, if you had destroyed the egg with like fire or whatever, but um it ended up hatching and releasing the worms from inside. Um yeah, and
Well, there was no way there
Martina
was
was
no way we
helped
could
to her room by the Baroness and she's definitely gonna need rest and yeah, Bando came. Bando was like, "Yep,
mm,
normally I don't do this, but when I heard it involved those bastard lizard folk, couldn't help myself."
mm.
He was like, "Yeah, Lucian, you look pretty wounded and you
He's
need
like,
a special form of healing."
mm, yeah, yeah, I do immediately. Lucia looks over
Uh,
at the lizard folk over there, and he starts. It's like, yeah. He starts to feel. He's starting to feel a way about seeing their faces.
checks
Starting to feel what? Starting to feel what? I didn't hear the last part.
Oh no, starting to feel a way about seeing their faces. Like
Oh,
you see him give it a little look of disgust. Like he doesn't, he's not feeling the lizard folk that much for being poisoned with the worm with their from their potions and shit. So
oh, that wasn't them. Those were
it wasn't the lizard folk. It was the
the
black dragon.
yeah.
oh yeah, yeah,
Lucifer
but I
was
mean he got the potions off of them.
No.
He's
It was the
yeah.
kobold. There was a set of there was a group of kobolds that served the black dragon.
co- we got it from the
Yeah.
treasure chest. Remember, the kobolds had the treasure chest. The dragon lizard folk that never gave us that. We basically took.
No, not that we didn't give it to. We took it off
No.
of. We took it off of their
They started
body.
attacking the kobolds when they found out like
Right, right. The
the
lizard folk
treachery.
actually
Yeah.
were our allies. Right, right.
When they learned of the
Mhm.
treachery to their eggs and the source
Yeah.
of it, they were like, "Hold up,
Right, right, right.
you
It wasn't
lying
them.
ass motherfucker!"
It was the kobold and the black dragon. Let's keep that straight.
Yeah. Yeah. No, lizard folk are they're not dumb. They're they got average intel. They're as smart as humans.
They're like humans. They're as
Yeah.
smart or as dumb as humans.
They just got a different
Mhm.
lifestyle. They've got their own culture. Their
We don't live
cultures,
in barbarian times.
their cultures really at its core, their culture is based off of survival. It's a survivor type of culture.
Tribes.
And some lizard folk tribes, I'd say most lizard folk tribes either stay as far away from everybody else and they keep to themselves really, um, or there's you know uncommonly they'll set up like a trade relation with like another race. If as long as like it's peaceful and they're not having their territory encroached on. Um, Distant relations, they'll do that.
Mhm.
But then you got the other side of the coin where, you know, just like humans and um, just like humans, there'll be lizard folk that would lean more towards like being raiders or uh or serving like a dark entity, a
Mhm.
god or a demon of some sort. Um, for the most part, yeah, the lizard marsh tribes of lizard folk, most of them are, neutral. They're very in the center. But no thanks to Red Eye, he's been forcing them to. He's been conquering tribes and then forcing them to be more violent, more aggressive.
Be more violent or die. Darth Vader style. Join the Empire or
Right.
perish.
He's got his ambitions pretty much, and he's been doing it as a champion of Talos, who's a god of destruction.
Mhm.
Isn't
So
Talos the god of destruction
yeah,
mostly followed by humans, like evil humans?
it's it doesn't have to be just humans. Um, it's primarily a human deity, but not necessarily have to be human to serve them. It's the same with other gods like Bane. Bane has
It's another
Bane has quite
evil
a number
deity.
of uh Bane has quite a number of beholders that like work for his
I didn't
church.
know that.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he has beholders working for the church. Um, and beholders are not really they're not really a pious uh race of creatures. So
Right, right.
I think they
um
have one god
they have
that's
their own god even. Yeah,
it's
the
called
Great
the
Mother.
Great Mother.
They have their own. And even there's and there's really not even that many clerics of her. A lot of them look up to her out of like respect and fear. But you don't really
Mostly,
see
yeah.
you don't really see a lot of like cleric beholders of the Great Mother. They're out
But
there. There's just not that
but beholders,
many.
it would be hard for them to have a religion because
And
they
because of
can't
yeah,
really organize because of the way that they are. Like they're so xenophobic. Like the minute you have one beholder that looks slightly different from the other one, they try to kill each other. So it's like, how could you build a religion in the first place if that's how
Right.
your mindset is?
When
all right.
each individual beholder think they're superior to everyone
They
else,
think
including
yeah,
the beholder.
yeah. They think they're the superior beholder, and all the other beholders are just like mutations, or so
Yeah.
they'll either kill them or conquer them, and see them as like lesser beings to like lord over. But yeah, no,
Fortunately,
yeah, they're there are many of the gods have non-human um worshippers and servants. Um,
it's ironic though that most evil deities are human, or humans before. Or
Talos, yeah. It's not really common for a lizard folk to like want to serve Talos. Apparently, Red Eye had some sort of something happened to Red Eye. I think they said a few years ago. Um, from that event, because he used to be he used to be a devout servant of Semwanya. Semwanya is the lizard folk,
Mm.
the main lizard folk god. Um, Something happened to him, and it went from Semwanya. He came back, um, wielding a shield with Talos's holy symbol on it, and and made himself like a champion of the deity's cause, and nobody knows exactly why, but something had happened to him, and he became a follower of Talos. So Delphin says after cleanup, I think we've all earned quite a rest. Should let Marcina especially get herself healed back. Good thing Bando came along.
Hmm.
We could use his
Keep me right, Bando.
he used his divine magic to help Marcina's wounds uh heal quicker.
Mm.
So we'll discuss we'll have discussions in the morning.
That's fine. But just let it be known that I don't think that Red Eye is really Red Eye. I think the Red Eye that we know isn't the real Red Eye. I think the Red Eye that's the real Red Eye left and a new Red Eye came back. A different Red Eye. The wrong Red Eye. And it's probably still on this person. Whatever changed Red Eye into the wrong eye.
Well, that really is the case. Definitely a mystery that needs to be solved at a future date. Because the current red eye is a problem. But as long as it's being maintained here within the lizard marsh.
Mm. Lucian looks over. He's like, I got a bullet with his name on it. It's-
At least we can be satisfied knowing that Red Eye doesn't have anything to do with the Evan Triad. In fact, one of the tribes he conquered um actually no wait, you characters didn't really get a chance to tell him everything, did you?
Tell who?
I've been tell
Delphin.
who?
Delphin.
Mm,
No, we haven't debriefed them
Yeah.
yet or anything.
All right,
yeah,
so
yeah.
skip.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
skip that. Yeah. But he goes, as long, well, so yeah, so then he just finishes off with, well, as long as Red Eye uh, keeps his antics here in the Lizard Marsh, not something that we need to worry about now. We have bigger problems.
That's the problem. It's
We need to meet up at a later date. Um, Baroness Crump, Delphin, regarding what's going on in the Lizard March and what we discover out there. But we could discuss this much later today.
Yeah, tomorrow morning would be good. We'll see how Marcina's doing. Get her information first.
did we check to see if she was affected?
Yeah,
Did we
she
check
went.
to see
No,
if she was affected?
she
Okay.
wasn't infected. Yeah,
I
she
don't want
wasn't
no guy.
infected.
I'm not going to sleep with nobody fucking waking up a zombie. I'm not. We're not doing that tonight.
Oh, so, then
No, if she was infected, you guys would have known immediately. They work fast. They work fast.
Okay. Yeah, she
then
might
Like I
have a
like
slow worm
like
in
I
her.
s- like I said, you got one round to get it off of you,
Yeah.
and
She
then
could
it's
have a slow worm in her.
then it's inside your body, and then a few rounds later, it's in your brain.
Shit, she could have a slow worm in her, like I did.
Oh, a slow
From
worm. You could
right.
ask her, have you drank anything or eaten anything funny?
Well, I mean, they would. Are they checking for that or no?
Um, I guess Lucian can tell them to check on that. So Lucian tells them, hey, make sure, yeah, yeah.
Lucian tells Bando to check her for that. Lucian's like, hey, check her for a slow worm because I had one in me. So
He's like, oh, well, that's not good at all. Well, I do have a specific spell for that. Wasn't expecting to need it, so definitely tomorrow morning after my prayers for Lady
mm.
Luck, we'll see if my magic can cure that. I believe it
Then oh,
will.
okay. That's what he used on me, right?
He's saying he's gonna try and cast remove disease tomorrow morning. He doesn't
Oh,
have it
okay.
prepared right now because he wasn't
All right.
expecting to cure diseases today. But
Lucian sure has a thing for afflictions.
Right. So I'm still with disease then until the morning.
until the morning, yeah.
Peon, pardon my manners. Baroness Crump, I
Yeah,
have a
this shit.
request.
Oh yeah, you did make 2 fortitude saves. You passed them both. Okay.
Yeah.
So you would have to just make probably one more in the morning.
So Lucian, I have to ask, how does it feel? Do you feel it wiggling inside?
Pause. Um, Lucian looks at you. He's like, yeah, I feel different. That's like and he holds up his hand. He holds up his arm, and he's looking at his veins, and he's like, "There's something." You could tell there's something like I don't know, like a slow infection happening in his. You see it in his gun hand, in his right hand.
So technically speaking, since you're a host for this, does that mean that you're pregnant?
Lucian's like, I hope not,
Well,
because I hope to God not.
what was Sophia asking the Baroness?
I guess.
I have a request. Do I have permission to have Kushan accompany me for an hour or so? I would like to speak with him.
Of course, he did surprise me with pulling me away and into hiding from those monstrous undead. He did his best to fight them off before barricading us in the room.
Very admirable. Thank you.
We've had quite a discussion together, so he is free, despite what anybody else wants to debate on that.
That's the right thing to do.
My order is to let him go.
Thank you, Baroness, for your mercy. Sophia looks at Kushak. Kushak, I would like to speak with you. Let's go to the top of the tower. And
Hannah starts to laugh. He goes, you know what? If I didn't know any better, I would say that would be a good time to just push Kushak off the tower.
Shaq was just thinking. Shaq was just about to say, I'm gonna put up a fight if you try to push me off. Because he's like, why the top? He's like, the top of the tower. Top of
Hannah
the
just starts
keep.
to laugh at the dark joke.
Invisible Pale Lady grabs a tentacle, tosses him off. He'll never know what hit him.
He just gets grabbed and flung off. That's fucked
I
up.
know. He's like, what is going on? Why am I dangling midair?
So he follows.
All right. You could come back to the group. I mean, once you're done with them, Sophia's gonna have a dialogue with Kushak up
Yeah, unless anybody else's characters got anything really important to do. Other than that, it's rest time.
Alan wants to know where the restroom, where the toiletry would be. Where he wants to go.
They point.
The
They
latrine.
show him a room where they got some what are they fucking called? Bedpans.
There's that
Um,
guy.
And
Luna
then
wants to find.
and then the soldiers usually like draw fucking straws and see who takes out the shit and piss that day from the fucking lavatories. Huh?
Mm.
They go down the hill and dump it somewhere, pretty much. But yeah, they show you where they go.
Okay.
Go in there. Of
Luna
course,
goes
it's a wretched
and search for
smell. But
Delphin. Luna searched for Delphin to apologize about the elk.
Pale lady stands guard at the door.
We taking watch.
yeah, there's gonna be. You could be part of the group that will take watch over the hold. You know, make sure no enemies decide to bust in or attack.
How
You
many
know, keep
reinforcements we got soldiers? Like
um
from them that
he
are still
brought
alive. That the elk didn't
he
kill.
brought he managed he's like it wasn't easy. He managed to bring 8, not including him and Bando. So there was a total of 10 that arrived, including him and Bando. Luna, you find Delphin as he's um finished telling the soldiers what to what to work on in the play, so that how to clean it up and to record anything that they find or report to him anything odd. And he turns to you. He's like, "Oh, Luna, I'm glad you're safe."
Just
How's it?
yeah, but I was the one that caused the elk. and I want to personally apologize. I put people in danger, and I wasn't thinking straight, and my friends were in trouble, and I at the moment I didn't know what to do.
Luna, understand this. Whatever magic you possess, your heart was in the right place. And with this, when it comes to magic, there will always be consequences, especially unintentional ones. Magic is both beautiful and fickle. It's healed as much as harmed. It's created as much as destroyed. So I wouldn't be too hard on yourself about it. Had you the foresight of exactly how your spells would interact with your world, I'm sure you wouldn't have gone through with it. Most people wouldn't. But it's as mysterious as it is awesome. And we can never account for everything and every result that magic may bring. Well, look at it this way. At least you didn't cast that in a wild magic zone.
Mm.
Sure, we all remember the stories of that. And he's
Yeah.
like reminiscing about the time of troubles when the whole freaking yeah, the whole world was magic was just screwy. Somebody would cast a somebody would go to cast an unseen servant spell and ended up accidentally summoning a fiend instead, or somebody would
Something as mundane.
somebody would actually would want to summon a fiend and ended up summoning a colossal ooze that landed on them and ate them. All sorts of crazy stories.
So it sounds like you've experienced something like this before. How did you manage it?
Well, that's the thing. It wasn't manageable. It just proved to us all the more important of what it means to make sure that the weave stays stabilized, make sure that it is guarded, make sure that it is kept in check. And only the position of Mistra for as many ages as there has been here in Toril is capable of forming such an act. It is why Sophilia's organization does what they do. It's
Yeah.
the Knights of the Mystic Fire who have risen as a preventative measure. And you've been assisting them with that. I would be proud of that.
You know, I do feel proud of what I do with them. Sometimes it doesn't seem like they're proud of me doing what I do for them. And I have a great feeling it's because my magic's different and it comes differently, and it's, some would say, barbaric. How does one manage that?
Well, by doing what you and Adler have done, you joined the guild. I'm sure you've realized that every spellcaster there, in some way, and in some minor or even major differences, practice and use their own forms of magic.
Yeah, I have a friend that I wonder what she's doing right now. That her magic is definitely a lot different from mine, and I could see the way she talks and the way she stargazes. It's probably would be scary for other people too. I guess sometimes I forget that there are others that are different. Out of game, Lewis. Please bring Celeste into the game, please. I need you to do this. I didn't put I put work into her. Okay, I put work into her. Okay, I need my chronomancer in this story because she's Luna's friend.
This guy said, "I got a backup character." This
See, no, I don't want. No, I can't stand you.
Ooh,
just in case.
Yes,
the man is
again.
the man is cooking the backstory for his character for the next adventure pack.
No, bro, let me not even think about the next because I'm playing a Chronomancer next adventure path. That's just gonna happen.
Mm.
Luna, Luna dies and can't return. Chronomancer comes forth. Sophia, you're my best friend. I'm gonna help adventure. New character enter. Oh shit.
Oh shit!
I'm gonna build Luna now.
Is your motivation to get
Oh
powerful
shit.
enough to go back in time and save Luna?
That's
Oh
the
shit.
goal. If no, that'd be crazy. As a Chronomancer, don't fucking play with me.
Yeah, that should be your goal. Is to
So,
go back in
uh,
time and save Luna.
Um. So places a hand upon your shoulder and he's like, "It'll be all right. You're gonna go. You and your team. You've all agreed to go and handle that, and I trust that you will."
Glad
In a lifestyle such as this, yes, you'd have to be very, very careful. But at the same time, you need to be ready and prepared for collateral damage as well.
even doing this and wielding magic for as long as I have, I sometimes forget about that collateral damage. Now, after what's happened, it it means that I need to be more careful and aware of what happens and understand that sometimes things do happen. But if my heart's in the right place, I guess makes things a little better.
Like, ah, correct. Now you got it.
See, coming here and talking to you was a good idea. Here I was gonna think to myself and talk to Xantis, and no, I'm glad I came. Thank you, thank you.
Anytime, Luna.
With a new fervor, she scuttles away to her room.
Ophelia, you and Kushak. So you stand atop the hold as you can look over the landscape. And you see the. You're able to actually see the beauty of the landscape, despite its dangers.
What time is it during the day? Forgot.
I think the characters came here like little bit after. I think it's like midday. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that your characters came. And you see Kushak looking over, like, and you see that his eyes stare out over the landscape below, um, as if like soaking it all in, like this is my, in a sense, like you see like this look of, I guess you would call it pride in his home. And he goes, "Well, go on, speak. What is to become of me?"
Well, You heard the Baroness. You're free.
Hmm.
So you're not our prisoners no longer. All thanks to your own courage and acting to your better nature.
I did what was necessary
I'm not surprised. You do not
because if I
disappoint
was in there too long, she would have been a great meal.
me. She chuckles. Do you really mean that?
I look forward to you. And he's like,
She's trying to sense motive. Like, does he
he just
really mean
looks
that he'll
over.
eat her?
You can roll a sense motive.
Yeah, she is. Do you really mean that, or you joking?
Oh shit,
Damn.
Sophia, you realize instantly that he wasn't kidding. Like, if it came down to like yeah, he was protecting the both of them, but if it came down to like him being stuck in there for too long and he got hungry, like lizard folk, lizard folk, they'll eat, man. They're about
Oh,
survival. They're about survivability. Like it's a cultural thing,
just as she said, just as
Don't
she
take it
said,
personal. It's a
just
right?
cultural
as she
thing.
said, do you
Right.
really mean
Niggas.
that? Do you really mean that? Then
What the
she goes like,
fuck?
as a matter of fact, you don't have to answer. She goes like, you don't have to answer.
Crazy.
Um,
It's like, listen, at the time, she was my
Really eat
ally,
people. It's
but in death,
cultural.
she will be my meal. Luckily for her, it didn't come to that.
This dude said it's cultural. We just eat people. It's
I
not right. It's not right or wrong. It's just the
It's
cultural
just
It
thing.
life. It's just life, yeah.
We
It's
just
not
eat
right or
people
wrong. It's
from
just
time to
life, bro.
you know,
pretty
that's
much, she's
exactly
just like, we gonna die anyway, but I'ma live as long as I can.
Right.
And you know, if you starving, and I'm starving, but one of us is gonna have to live. And
and gotta move
like to
on,
him, he's like,
find another day. Or if they got surrounded by zombies, oh,
no
there
hard
you go, your
feelings.
bait.
This
You
is
no hard
my
feelings, your
people,
bait. There you go.
right? Shoot, we eat our own if we have to.
So Sophia continues. First and foremost, I must thank you for the information you provided. It was very, very helpful,
Mm,
and it helped achieve us, and it tremendously helped us to achieve our mission. We also met Hishna as well, and to say the least, she even bestowed, called one of my companions, the Warden Draconic hero. Remember she said that illusion?
yeah.
So if I were to get Garner, we left in good terms. And by the way, you were not kidding about this red eye. He is tough. And then
You battled Red
she
Eye
expresses, yes, we did.
and live?
Barely.
Yes.
Kush-
Yes, but if push came,
If you see at the top of the screen, Kushak looks impressed.
well, I mean,
Baldur's Gate 3 shit.
I did take
hmm
3 blows
hmm
from him, and
Kushak
if
seems
one of the things
impressed.
didn't happen, I- yeah, yeah, he's definitely. I have never met a force of nature that powerful. You were not kidding. But Koshak, you cannot let Red Eye continue this rampage. Just as I need to get strong, you need to get stronger as well. You can't just go back. Well, probably he want to set you back. I believe you when you said if you were to go back, he'll probably execute. But I do have some good news, though. Although we were not able to end the reign of Red Eye, and his goons. At least my companions and I were able to prevent a menace that was dwelling deep inside your Blizzard player, and everyone there was none the wiser. You're clutching your youngs, your hatch of eggs, your eggs, and the kobolds that were guarding them. That so-called black dragon's egg that was in there, it was not a black dragon's egg. It was infested with those malevolent worms that turns creatures to the undead. But worry not. Unfortunately, one or two hatches lost their life, but the rest of the hatch were saved. So at least I have that good news. I have an offer for you, Kushik, if you're willing to entertain me a little bit longer.
He like, just as he processes the information, he's like, Hishka was right. Fool. We must find Hishka and return. Yes, we can't return back to Red Eye no longer, but we'll do what lizard folk have done best. We will survive. We must survive.
No guarantees, but Hishna, she should be. Her cover is not blown. She was very smart. She played it neutral. So I'm not certain. I don't believe, but I might be wrong though. That Red Eye suspect her of any ill doing. So she will probably. She is strong herself. So what I offer you, Kushak, if you were to return back to Hishna in your current state, there's not much you'll be able to do to protect her or even protect your people. You need to get stronger, and I can help you.
Go on.
Tomorrow, clearly, Red Eye considers you an outcast. Going back to the Lizard's March is suicide. Join us. Come back to Daggerford. You can seek asylum. Live among us, humans. I know you grew up considering us all humans, but get to know us. Not all of us are the same. We could learn from each other. You could learn from us. I know many, many great warriors, much greater than myself,
Mm.
back in Daggerford, where I help. They can help you. We can help you. Become the warrior you are meant to be and bring back peace and prosperity to the Lizard's March.
That's what you're trying to hype this motherfucker. Are you okay? Give me a diplomacy check.
No problem, sir.
You
Yo,
trying
the
to
dice
hype?
better
You
reflect how good that was, yo.
This is the
trying to
charisma queen over
hype
here.
this man? Trying to hype this
Diplomacy
lizard
queen.
man up. We're gonna see what his attitude, starting attitude was indifferent. We'll see if you get it friendly or helpful. That will adjust. That will set an adjustment to this request that you're making of him.
All
God
right,
damn. All
all
right. Well, he
right.
is in a helpful mood.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
clearly,
Well, let's see. He's in a helpful mood,
planting
which
seeds of
means
rebellion.
Once the creature's attitude has shifted to helpful, it will give in to most requests without a check. Most requests. This particular request is definitely going to need a check. Unless the request is against its nature or puts it in serious peril.
I'm
It is
not putting him in
against his.
peril.
It is, yeah. No, he's not
It's
going.
against his
Well,
nature, though.
I,
That
well,
doesn't
I'm
put him
it
in
is
actually
against
peril.
his
surviving.
nature, but
It
He
doesn't
goes
put
back
him
to
in
Red Eye.
peril.
He's dying.
Right. It is against his nature, though.
Survival. Yo, these humans are bringing you in, offering you protection.
Yeah, I
That's
guess, I
survival right
guess, I
there.
guess survival. Yeah,
Hmm.
because he
well,
can't survive on his own.
He's not
He
gonna
needs
survive on
this,
his own.
right.
lizard
He
He's gotta
can't
folk
go
are
be an
back to his
outcast.
tribe.
most lizard folk really. It's hard for them to get near like any sort of civilized area, not just because of
Mm.
not just because of the clear bias and sometimes even hatred of their kind. But also
He trusts Ophelia though. That's all
also
that counts.
also also like that kind of that lifestyle, like him going to Daggerford would be like you guys walking into the far realm in a sense.
I don't know, man. Maybe this guy will join the crew
But
temporarily.
I
He'll be a
wouldn't
he
have a problem with
he'll be a
that.
he'll be an honorary night,
right.
honorary
It's
night
alien to them. Not that
nighthawk.
not that lizard folk haven't done it. Like there are places where, there are lizard folk adventurers. Rare, but they're out there. Sometimes they'll actually
Hey,
would adventure for that very reason to like
we'll make him
to
an
to to
honorary
to, to get like to
nighthawk.
get stronger and to get like an understanding of like their neighbors of the neighboring lands and such. But they're very quick to go. They're very quick to get right back home. Because it still feels uncomfortable for them. Just like literally a fish out of water for them. So like, but if they feel that there's a
Guy,
need to do it, they'll do it.
guy left
And
and
I
just
guess
came
the
back
thing is how
to the city,
Kushak is
leaving
feeling
his
on
stuff.
this. Like, give me another diplomacy check. Oh, is that the second one?
Mhm.
Who rolled it?
No, the first one was
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. First one was the sense motive. Yeah, give me a second diplomacy check.
ooh.
Ooh.
One is not always a failure for a skill check. Just
No,
saying,
but oh shit. I really thought she had that one.
man, this
Kushak
game,
goes.
oh, this epic RP, man, going to waste.
Kushak, what you offer? What you offer? That's something for me to easily agree to. You have put up a very, very strong argument for it. And you're right. I have been thinking of my strength, and I was the strongest of my tribe that's no longer existing thanks to Red Eye. I tried looking up to Red Eye, for if he can conquer that many tribes, then he can truly ensure our survivability as a people. But now, there's also the matter of his motivations. Red Eye is too destructive, and he's getting other tribes and our young stuck on that message. I've always been more akin to the ways of Semwanya than the Destroyer. It will be all right. I will find my way within the Lizard Marsh. I will get stronger. But should I have need, Should I believe that the only way left for me to be as strong, if not stronger than Red Eye, is to come to this Daggerford?
Fair
Then
enough.
I will make my journey there and try to find you.
Before I depart tomorrow, I'll have a map prepared for you, and I will also write a letter that you could have as an emergency. If you ever get to Daggerford, just ask for my name or to have the letter delivered to the Mystic Fire Knight organization. And they will do everything in their power to protect you and to try to give you asylum in Daggerford. So basically, Lou, like she's gonna write him a letter, seal it. Like if he ever changes his mind, he's on the run. They're trying to kill him. He could go to Daggerford, and Sophila's well known in Daggerford, so it's almost like she's vouching for him.
Right. Well, that would indeed be helpful.
I made a promise to Hishna Kushak. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I will try my best. She requested of us when we go to when we return back to Daggerford, or if we ever go to Waterdeep, to see if to appeal to the leadership that not all these folks are in cahoots with Red Eye. That not all of them mean ill intent to humanity. I mean, the fact that Red Eye is still in power, it'll make it very difficult to persuade them. You know, but as you already know firsthand, he is not a force to be reckoned, and we're not prepared to take him. And even if he were taken down, an outsider, another human, taking him out would not be appropriate. It will have to be a champion of the lizard folk. And I am hopeful, and I know that you will rise to the occasion. I expect to hear more, greater things from you.
I nod. I shall await your missive, and I will depart.
Safe journey. She holds out her hands to wait. Does she know how like lizard folk like salutes each? She wouldn't know that. So Chill does like what a Mystic Fire Knight, like a
Mm.
like a like a salute.
I guess wouldn't that be like a knowledge local check?
Yeah,
If you want to know about like cultures that's like contemporary.
She
yeah.
could do it on check.
Yeah. I think Sophia should be able to pass that.
She knows common knowledge. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's enough training.
Oh, on train.
Yeah, untrained.
I
Yeah,
mean,
she's not particularly sure. She knows there's a
are the Lizard March part of the Duchy of Daggerford or no?
what's in it,
Because she
and
has more
close enough
duchy.
to it that she would know some stuff. Yeah, I'd say she
So
would.
then it'll be trained then, and add another
Yeah,
+4. So it'll be 19 total.
19 total. Okay.
Okay, there you go.
Then she's trained. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Um. I gotta think. She doesn't have a tail. They would usually do something involving their tail. Um, but for those,
Put a braid in her hair.
yeah, for those with,
Raise the braid.
Put a
for,
braid.
for
Close
those
enough.
for those without a tail, they can, they can do what they do for when they say farewell. Um,
Farewell,
Oh,
farewell.
she was talking about giving a tail shake. Oh, okay. My bad.
I guess if it's a tail thump that they do on the floor, then I guess to emulate it, you could tap your foot on the floor.
Right. Stop.
well, his is his tribe
Tap your
or
chest.
the lizard folk here. What they do is like the tail raises up and it kind of like it kind of shimmies, like
Oh, never mind. Yeah,
it'll do
there's no
that.
way to
Oh, that's a lot.
there's no way to
I don't
no way to
That's a
replicate
lot.
that. Even your hand.
Man.
I know.
Just,
She's not gonna risk offending you, man.
nah, man.
All
Just
right.
say, salute that
You know
motherfucker
what? She is
and
a
keep
warrior
it
too.
pushing,
I don't
bro.
know. I don't know. He may
Uh,
find it funny because I mean, you got the charisma score. Like I would go for it.
Like
Charm.
the tail will raise up behind him and what's the it kind of like shake. It'll shake a little bit and then
Then
they'll
again,
and then they'll let it relax back down. Is like that's like their all right with farewell kind of.
you're lawful though, so I expect that you wouldn't take any chances like that.
Farewell, brave warrior. Till we meet again.
You see the tail behind.
Next time she'll get an alter form scroll, turn into a Lucifer, and do the tail thing.
That's funny.
Oh shit. All right. So you do that and Kushak
Yeah.
depart.
So,
See.
I'm leaving like in 7 minutes, guys. So her
Yeah.
her part is done at least.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much
So
gonna
I'm
be
for
it. In 7 minutes. So the next morning your characters, wake up, use what materials are available to clean yourselves. You
Wake up.
you get some
That's weird.
food.
We don't go to sleep.
No, we went.
No,
No, we went to sleep at 3 p.m. and woke up at 1, 2.
Well, yeah. I mean, you
right.
guys didn't sleep like
We wake up at
immediately,
Time
like
out.
later in
wake up
that
at
evening.
sundown.
Yeah, I'd say wake up at some.
They
Yeah.
were goth.
It's the
Some were
next
goth.
day, pretty much.
Start
You
living like a vampire for real.
some of you helped out with cleanup. Some of you helped out with looking out. Some of you chatted with the soldiers, talking, etc. Like there was stuff going off screen in the
Make sure
background.
Bando heals me, please. Pretty please.
Yes,
I gotta
yes,
get.
I just
yes.
tell
Everybody,
Rolf to hit us with that spell that gives us a full night rest, and then
Roth
we
does
just
keep watch with his remaining
Mhm.
with all his spell slot.
yeah, yeah. I'm not even going to bother with the sleep nonsense. Here,
Yeah.
sleep with them
Um,
nerds. I'm gonna train.
so your characters, it's the next morning, and you, like I said, you prepare. The fuck? Hey, hey, no!
What I said to my cats daily.
You
Mhm.
fucking, which one of you did? Yami, get outside! Why are you always
I yell at my
had to be on the fucking carpet, right? Fucking puke.
be shitting all over Rose's room. Like, knock that shit off.
Ah, that's why I don't get why this dog keeps fucking doing this, man.
Oh, you're getting your cauldron.
Yes, sir.
Ooh.
Yes, sir.
Fucking dog keeps eating shit.
Ooh-wee. Okay.
Prepping myself for 8th level.
Oh shit.
Plus, he ate fucking shit outside, and he decided to fucking throw it up. Like literal shit. Like sometimes he'll wait for my other dog to shit, and then he'll start eating it.
Ooh,
Well,
he's a shit eater. Yeah.
Why? YouTube gonna go ahead and
Really?
consider that a sexual act and just mute the entire shit now.
Right. Right.
I hope you
Like,
know that. I hope you know that.
like,
No.
we just got your whole video banned for the
Yo,
rest of
Yeah.
the
I don't. I don't know.
ghost
I hope.
ban.
I hope Twitch ain't that fucking tyrannical about that dumb shit. I mean, they letting all this sexual content go on there and shit. Fucking, they can handle somebody talking about shit eating.
This is taking one hell of a turn. Hi guys.
God damn it.
Welcome
Ah.
to D&D After Hours.
Anyway, I'm gonna try and roleplay this while I'm fucking cleaning up dog shit. I heard because when he's about to puke, it's loud. Like I heard that shit through my headset. I heard like and he's sitting there going for a while. That's why I was like, hold on. I was like, is he about to fucking puke? And I'm looking around where he's at, and god damn it. Ugh. And I know he ate shit because his fucking puke smelled like actual shit.
Nigga, why do I need this description right now?
I'm a
You are
DM.
still
I gotta do that shit.
still in DM mode right
Deserve
now.
this. What did we do to deserve this?
How are you giving me a DM description of your dog's vomit,
Anyway,
bro?
all
This
right.
is not
So
part of the game.
What do you mean anyway? You
Any-
don't have to pro-blast it.
anyway,
Full D&D description, son.
so Delphin comes to your characters and he's like, all right, ready to hear everything that that's happened since I've had to leave. I've spoken with Marcina. If you want to speak with her after her rest, she was up long enough to talk with me. But if if you feel like speaking with her, you can wait till she wakes up again later if you have any questions for her personally. But as for what we originally had come here to do was to find out what she knew concerning the considering the spawn of these worms, these undead that have been appearing here and there. And so what she's informed me is that they've been noticing. They've heard about the undead in the. They've heard the stories about the undead in the Sword Hills. Wait, the Sword Hills? That's not the name of the Forlorn. Okay, it was in the Forlorn Hills. And she's been receiving reports. There have even been discoveries of them in the Sword Hills, and even wandering into the closer towards the Lizard Mar. And they have heard stories of the oh, he had to leave right away, didn't he? Yep. They had heard stories of. I'll type this out to him later, but I'll say it here. They had heard stories from the about what had happened.
He was not joking about that 12 o'clock.
Right, yeah. Yeah, I
That was a
noticed that.
hard 12. That was a hard 12.
I'd heard stories of what had happened to a clutch of lizard folk eggs. And Martina had sent her apprentice, regretfully, out into the lizard marsh. And he goes, yes, this is the same apprentice who had finally returned after suffering an attack and was infected.
Damn.
Mm.
And he came back to get help before it took him over. Just in
And
time,
infected more people.
but he had died and risen as a spawn and it began infecting the others.
Damn. You should have took the higher road, my boy. You should have took the higher road and died.
Damn.
You
Damn.
came
And
back, you
so
didn't want to die.
Marcina has surely confirmed that whatever this age of worms this cult's been talking about, it's getting bigger. And she's also informed me. She's also informed me of someone that I've known in my younger days, although I have not been keeping in touch with this individual really, as lives have grown apart. But I've heard of this man, and she informs me that we should take what we know and bring it to him, for he knows and has been studying the same the same phenomenon with these undead.
Mm. What might his name be?
He tells you he is not too far from Daggerford, for his home lies within the city of Splendor, Waterdeep. And
Oh, that
Hmm.
place. There's no way he knows more than me.
and his name is Dagsum. Dagsum. I gotta spell that.
Daxon?
Dagsum. Or that's
Yeah.
yeah. Dagsum. Dagsum.
Yeah. Hmm.
He is an austere man of moderate height, given to wearing a series of bulky blue and green robes if you ever meet him. He is a skilled practitioner of the art and a hunger for magical power.
Hmm.
He hails from Port Lot and
It's
and
in Port Lock.
he hails from Port Lot. That's where Port no Port
Gotcha.
Lot. That's where he comes from.
Mhm.
And he's had a brief apprenticeship with another mage by the name of Malcor Harpel.
Oh shit, Harper.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna bring that up. I knew it. You're like, oh, Malcor
That's crazy.
with Malcor Harpel at the Tower of Twilight.
Wow. They're playing
Oh,
with named NPC famous people now. That's dope as shit.
he had a brief adventuring career that gave way long ago to casting spells and tutoring lesser mages in Waterdeep. He's retired with his fortune there.
This is why I love Forgotten Realms, I ain't gonna lie.
He can be found at the Elfstone Tavern as with his wife, Pyrus Swan. And yes, if you know anything of Waterdeep nobility, she is of the Wands family. She in fact is the youngest child of Maskar Wands. And this man I've known, well, for the amount of time that I have known him, definitely a stickler for details. And I would consider him friendly and trustworthy enough. Again, I haven't seen him in many, many years. But if Marcina says this is the man to talk to, then I'll support that. He's also a crafter of magic items and has research spells of his own. And should you have need to pay for his services, he does collect them. So I'm sure if there are items of magic that you possess and need to lighten your load in exchange for other for gold or whatever it is you need, he'll be glad to take those off your hand.
Oh, can I swap that?
He can be somewhat of a bore and a pet when he does catch wind of a new item. So, which means he's going to ask a lot about what you have discovered in the Whispering Cairn.
Oh shit.
He's going to need, because Marcina says he's going to need every bit of detail of the stories and information and your encounters since you have began your travels together.
Man wants to know the full details. Hopefully you guys have a bard on hand too, so they could, spin a tale about it and get our legend spread right quick.
I'll build a barn right now.
Shit, I could perform.
I got a barn already.
Start.
But all right, I'll leave it at that.
Can I get a? Can I swap that? What was it? The bandolier for the other bandolier. Oh, I forgot. I gotta find that. I gotta find that bandolier again. Not the endless bandolier.
What do you mean swap? Like,
I just want to get it. I just wanted to get the other one and like trade because I have one bandolier on right now. I just want to trade that one in to get the other bandolier, the one that I could have. I can have the rifle on it actually instead of having to draw it from the bag. I could have it on me actually. I think it
well,
was.
if he's trying to look for something like that, Waterdeep's going to be a better place because gunslinger equipment is unique. Like, it's extremely
Very,
the chance of you bumping into one is extremely slim, and you'd have to go to a place like Waterdeep to even have a chance. Or if you have a fellow party member that happens to have craft wondrous item,
yeah,
that works too.
Yeah, we don't have that.
I am. That's me.
Oh, do you?
I just took Craft Wonders for 7th level.
So what happens is Lucian talks to the casters, mainly Adler, Luna. I mean, Rothgar's a caster too, but he knows like Rothgar's not
Yeah.
like into like item creation. He's not like deep into magic like that, and his magic's very divine in nature. And Roth's never showed any interest in crafting items, so he just knows these two are into it, and so yeah, he brings up you bring up your bandolier situation, and then I guess yeah, Luna basically tells Adler that she's been doing a lot of reading and research into enchanting items of power and magic, and
Here, let me show you the item.
Really?
and she's going to be wanting to be working on her first item. In fact, I don't know if she shares that, but
She does.
okay,
She's really excited.
yeah.
She explains to Adelar, so like, I have this idea. You know how we always go through like a lot of potions or whatever. Now, what if I got I created this item that allows me to essentially make more potions faster than the average person. I call it the Blackwick Cauldron. And I when I put the ingredients to make potions in, I can make more potions in a shorter amount of time than we normally do.
Flashback to your
Okay.
mother heaven.
Mm.
There's a flashback to Luna's mother heaven. Mentioned this to her as a child. The witch
I just
items.
gave the Blackwick Cauldron. She's like my mom. Uh, first person I think about when I think of this. But anyways, I need help enchanting it, and I've been doing some studies, but I could use a hands-on teacher, and I'm hoping you'd be the one to help.
Well, since I have the knack already for creating wands, there probably is something that I know. Maybe it would help you out with that.
And of course, I will be more than willing to use, my newfound and new acquired enchantment abilities to help create something that maybe you need, in the future.
Music agreed a single potion of 9,300
I
or less in 2
will.
hours. That shit is crazy.
I'll have to get back to you on that. But trust
Blackwood
that I
wood could be
definitely
used
will
on a
come up
folk.
with something.
Let's see here. Well, I'd
So
say your
basically,
character.
with the cauldron, it allows me to create any combination of potion that equals 1,200 gold or less. So it's more than 2 potions a day.
Mm-hmm.
And cauldron doubles that.
Mm-hmm.
And then witch's brew doubles that.
Mm.
Yeah, I think I was looking. I gotta look at them all over again, double check, make sure I got my math right. But I remember that's kind of what it was. So yeah,
Nice.
so I guess yeah. I mean that's part of the downtime for when downtime kicks in is Lucian throwing out, probably sitting with them at at the night watch tower and
Yeah, I'm just hanging. I'm hanging out with the boys, unless there's a
giving
place to
giving
gamble in
throwing
town.
throwing throwing out like ideas of like what kind of magic he would like to have for his equipment, and that's
Hmm.
what I guess while they were brainstorming, they come up with this idea for the bandolier, and when Luna's
I
ready,
can
she
make
can
that in a
she can
day.
she can take a crack at it.
If I make the checks, I can make that in a day.
Mm.
The endless bandolier? She can. You don't even need to switch it. You can add that to his bandolier. It costs a little
Oh,
more.
Oh,
It costs a little. I think it costs an extra 50% more to do that, but you can do that. So instead of
okay.
1,500, well, it would be half of 1,500, 750. So
so
it'd be 750, half of 750 added on.
and it would
Okay.
go over my chest.
So instead of costing 750, if you spend 1,125, she can she can add this quality to your current bandolier, which
And
is
would it count as a chest piece, or because the other one is a belt, right?
where is it?
That
It's a waist. What's
the
this
the
one?
other the other
What's this one?
bandolier is on the waist, right? This one's on the
Oh,
chest
this
though.
one's
The
on the
endless band.
this one's on the chest.
Yeah,
Ah, well
yeah.
then
It's a little bit.
you wouldn't even need to. You could wear them both.
Yeah. I mean, I just want to wear one so then I could do something else with the belt area. You know what I mean? I mean, I really don't need unless I want to carry. I got all the ammo. Like I don't really have a problem The ammo part. The biggest part was that because it lets me the endless bandolier lets me carry 4 guns and the shit on my back.
The bandolier. So use the bandolier. Have
And
it
I
on the
could carry
use the bandolier. Have it on the chest, and it just carries your firearms.
yeah,
You don't even need it for ammunition because you got the other
Right.
shit for that. So.
Right.
All right, so never mind then. Then yeah, you don't need to combine the two. This takes up a different slot, so you're good
Mhm.
there. Yeah, she can make
Mhm.
it. She can make it in a day.
But I'll
Make
do
it in a
that,
day.
and then now I got everything on me, so it's all free. I can get it all out quick instead of fucking wasting.
Adler asked Luna. He goes, "I know what.
DT 19. Yeah, DT 19. She can.
I have something in mind. Can you make something that will enable me to sit comfortably on top of Pale Lady?"
Oh, like a mount. Lucian says.
The problem is Pale Lady can fly, but I'm too heavy. So
Oh,
All the cords.
you want the mule back cords, which I think she can also make in a day.
How much those cost? Because I might get a pair too. Because it's so just.
I guess we should determine. I guess we should determine first how much
Yeah, how much
money
time we
we
got?
have.
Yeah,
my
she
cauldron
can make one of
Yeah.
those in a day too.
My cauldron costs 4,400.
Well, they're asking for 1 day shit, so you can knock theirs out and then work on the cauldron.
No, I guess mine's will take 5 days because it's 44.25. So I will do theirs first, and then I'll start on my cauldron.
Yeah, cauldron would be cauldron's 9 days. But
he?
But if you beat the DC if you increase the DC by 5 and succeed, which you shouldn't have too much of a problem because the DC would be
I have both
7. The
spells.
DC would be 17, and you have both. And you
I
have both spells. Oh,
Yeah.
and the DC would be 17, which I think you can beat. What taking
8. Say 10. Say 10. say 10.
I should just always say take 8. Just
What is it?
Yeah, you could take 8 and you're
Is it
good.
spellcraft?
Spellcraft.
No,
Yeah, she could do that. So she could get it done in 5 days instead of 9. Yeah.
Yeah, if I did spellcraft, I could take 8 and that'd be good.
Yeah.
Can you make potions of haste too now?
If I think
Who's
so.
got? Anybody's got? Oh yeah, she does have brew potion. Yeah, it's 3rd level.
Adler has haste, right?
If Adler,
Adler has
you cast a spell for her to put in the potion, yeah.
And I could use the cauldron to make more of those as long as it's less than 1,200 in a single day.
I'll take like 17 of them.
So
you gonna burn through the treasury real quick. That's
Nah,
700.
I'm not.
750
I'm
gold
joking.
per potion.
Oh God, Jesus.
if I get Witch's Brew, which allows me to create an identical potion, does that count as 2 prices or just 1 price for the potion?
It should be 2 for 1, right?
Witch's Brew?
Yeah, Witch's Brew allows me to create 2 identical potions instead of 1.
Is it for the price of 1?
That's what I'm asking.
You may spend. Well, it says you may. Well, it says it right there. You spend double the cost to create 2 potions. So yeah.
So, and then I would use that to double it again with the Black Witch Cauldron for 1 day. Because if it equals less than 1,200 that day, I could just do it again the next day. So.
Well, yeah, potion of haste is 750, so you could
No,
with the cauldron you could do. No, even with the cauldron you can only do 1. So it's gotta be below 1,200.
Yeah.
750 is 1,500. But Witch's Brew, you could, yeah, Witch's Brew you can create. It just looks
two
like with
without
Witch's
it.
Brew you can make them. It costs the same. You just make them faster. Like you can do 2 in a day, and
Gotcha.
instead of 2 in 2 days.
So
Gotcha.
could I do Witch's Brew and Black Witch Cauldron in the same day?
But I would say, yeah, as long as it it doesn't go over that 1200. Any combination of potions totaling 1200 or less. So as long as it doesn't go over 1200, you can make as many potions in that day as you want.
As you hear that?
Mm-hmm. How many wondrous items? Let me see. Is there a
Yeah, like
wondrous
if you would,
item?
okay, let's like Cure Light Wound base. It's 50. So if she did nothing but Cure Light Wounds potions for the day, she can make 24 of those.
Hmm.
Now
So I wouldn't need Witch's Brew.
If she was to do Cure Light Wounds potion at its maximum level, which would be 5, because that's when it heals 1d8 plus 5. What's that? 50 times 5. That'd be 250 gold piece potions. So she'd be able to make like 4 Cure Light Wounds potions in a day
In a
that heals 1d8 plus 5.
So I technically
Which means
wouldn't
you could do
need
the same
Witch's.
thing with inflict spells for Lucian.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm,
So I
it's
don't
true.
with the cauldron, I don't need Witch's Brew then. Because it basically does the same thing. Witch's Brew is better than I mean the cauldron is better than Witch's Brew.
please tell me this is a wondrous item.
The Cauldron is better than Witch's Brew. What Witch's Brew is good for, although I guess since you have the Cauldron, what Witch's Brew would be good for is those high level potions. Like if you wanted to make like if you wanted to make um like 2 haste potions in a day instead of 1 haste potion. If you wanted to make 2 cure moderate wounds potions at 10 caster level in a day instead of 1 in a day. Because a 10th level
Yeah.
cure moderate wounds, because it caps at 2d8 plus 10. So was a 50 times second level spell times 10. That's a 1000 gold piece potion, but if she spent 2000, she can make 2 of those. Not 2000, half of that. So if she spent 1000, she can make 2 cure moderate wounds at 2d8 plus 10 healing
Or I
in a
could
day
triple it.
instead of in 1 day instead of in 2 days. Oh
And I
yeah,
could
yeah.
triple
I'd say at
it
15th
for
level,
free.
yeah, you can triple it. It's basically a good uh hex to use if you want to save time. It saves time, is what it is. Doesn't save cost, but it saves time.
Mm.
Which is good if your characters are pressed for time and you're like, damn, we got a week to get this done, and you're like, all right, well, I can make 3 of these today, and instead of 3 of these in 3 days.
It's expensive, however.
Oh yeah, well, magic item creation is always going to be expensive.
Mm-hmm.
There's feats to lower the cost, but you need a whole ass feat for that. So
Oh. I
I
see
think
this Dungeon Duster.
I think magical artisan knocks the cost down by like 25%, but it's only for like 1 item creation fee. So if you took magical artisan craft wondrous item, then your craft wondrous items I think get knocked down by 25% the cost. But
I'm not taking a fee for that.
yeah, that's if you're making a character that's like heavily into item
Like
creation.
just crafting. Just
Just
He's
straight
there.
crafting,
He's there
right?
to do crafting.
Right.
He doesn't
Goddamn
even go.
dwarf.
He doesn't even go adventurous.
Right.
He waits till
He
you get
adventures.
back.
He just don't do nothing. No, he don't
He,
fight. He don't do
he
nothing.
waits till you get
He
back. Then he fucking.
He don't need to. He's covered in magic items that do everything
He's
for
covered
him.
in magic. Right, right. All his magic items just take his turns for him and shit.
So I am building that for later. So when we need
Nice.
potions, we can do.
Yo, but looking like you could make crap on this item shit. That's fucking dope. Because I'm gonna need
Yeah,
some
that's
dexterity.
her
I'm gonna need
there.
some
That's her
wisdom
7th
belts.
level. Her level 7 feat.
Man, I'm gonna spend a lot of money with you, buddy.
Bro.
And
I
I'm
don't
not
know why. I
ignorant, so
wish
I'm
I
not
took.
taking a cut.
Oh no.
No, Luna
Oh,
wouldn't take a cut.
but that's dope though. Like,
I
I
think
mean, that
Luna
just puts money back
actually.
in the group.
I
You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
I think Luna. I
Like,
think the
I prefer to be paying you. I wish you got all the money.
I I think Luna the guild that you guys are in. I think the guild subsidizes a percentage
Yeah,
for
I
let's
think you're
go.
right.
item creation. I gotta look. Let me see.
All right, like, come on,
We
come
about to get
on.
good.
This
We
is
need
like,
right.
I wish you should get 90. You should get all the money and then pay your guild a little bit of, your
See
guild
why
fees.
Yeah, for
I
guild
understand
fees,
that.
yeah.
I'm a union guy. I get it.
I'm
So
a
yeah,
Yeah,
you got to
swing.
pay
at
your
the end
guild.
of the day, at the end of the day, Luna's still
Yeah,
gonna have to
your
use.
guild fees are 10 gold pieces. Your guild fees are 10 gold 10 gold pieces a month.
Right,
I mean, shit,
right.
you could just hand them
True.
120 gold now and be like, I'm covered for the year. Like,
Mm.
um,
I'm gonna swing this back to Quindamir. If he takes fucking Craft Wondrous, we wouldn't be having this problem.
Man, we could get so much more done
oh,
with the
okay, that's
crew.
what. Okay, never mind. That's what it was. It was a 10% discount when you purchase when you purchase
I'm gonna throw
expendable
some wish list shit in
items
the chat.
and spell components. That's what it was. Okay.
Can the potion be expendable items?
Yeah. Yeah, like if you wanted to buy
Yeah.
if you wanted to buy a potion from your guild, you'd have a 10% discount.
So it wouldn't count for creating.
No, it's not okay. Yeah, no, you need a feat called favored in guild. There's a feat for that, and then the
Fucking
organization would subsidize your monetary expenses. Yeah, by 10%, by reducing costs by 10%.
who makes these feats?
But yeah. All right.
Prerequisites and associate. Oh
We
shit.
will handle. Yeah, we need to handle a lot of shit in WhatsApp so that we can be ready to
Yeah.
move things along next session. This
Do you
time,
think we'll be
this
using our
time
level 7?
this time with Pachardo there the entire time, and hopefully Matt Samuel, who was that new job of his, it's been fucking him over. It felt like he was, half the time. Like some days they had him working on Tuesdays, sometimes not, and then the same with Thursday. But these motherfuckers have been just pinning Tuesdays and Thursdays on him every fucking week, like past 3 weeks already.
I told my job, don't even fucking try it. Don't even try it. I'll take any shift you want. Just don't give me Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll
I
give you.
mean,
I'll take any shift.
we'll
7
see
to
how
3,
long. I mean, we'll see how long this goes. 'Cause,
like
like,
clockwork.
I don't know if this man's like character's like still out of commission because he keeps getting fucked over for like 2-3 months.
Although
But
the decision you made with him was, I think that was extremely spot on. That's what Matt Sammy would do if he was
Yeah.
to play Roth.
with Roth, yeah,
He
Roth,
wouldn't.
yeah, Roth definitely like he's like
He
first
wouldn't
things
let that
first. I want to
slide.
take, yeah,
Right.
he's like first things first. I
What?
want
What?
to before I
What's
even go
funny?
back to Daggerford, I want to take care of this ghost situation.
What's
Yeah.
funny is
Right.
that I almost took the Wall of Blindness and Deafness, which is a necromancy spell. I
Mm.
almost took that.
Not a bad spell. Good.
It's not.
Wait, does that mean he can enchant my gun?
Yeah.
No,
No.
No.
you need craft
No.
magic. You need craft magic arms and armor for that.
Oh, I'm not taking that.
Firearm. You can't. I can't put distance on. He couldn't put distance on a firearm.
He needs the feet. He don't got. He's not
Mm.
craft
can't
magic
do it.
arms and armor.
What Luna could do is what Cynthia did for Zyno. She could make you a magical fucking duster.
The gunsmith duster.
That it could do that. You could put it on
that
there.
duster.
That
Yeah.
shit is 18K though.
Oh God.
That's with crafting.
God.
I didn't get that shit till like level 13.
Yeah, we're gonna have to. Don't worry. I'm gonna go ahead and get this
Yeah.
money though. We'll go ahead and get this money for us. Don't worry.
The gunman's duster. That's 36K. 18 the craft. Yeah. Takes up the body slot.
And
Yeah.
I want to say I have to have Craft Wondrous, amateur gunslinger, or is a gunslinger. So I would need your help with that one.
No, but absolutely.
And I don't have bullet
Ugh.
shield. I would not be drinking bullet shield.
No,
Yeah,
no.
And I
that'll put the DC up by 5. The DC to
what's the
craft it would be 22.
I could do that.
+4 armor bonus to your AC.
It helped me out.
+2 luck bonus to. Well, you ended up getting
Touch
armor
AC.
that was better than the Duster, but you still get the +2 luck bonus to touch AC against firearm attacks.
That bullet shield, the bullet
The
shield helped me
additional
against
grip
mine.
point.
Begin with an additional grip point. And when you
It
use
helped me against mine.
the gunslinger's dodge speed, your AC goes up by another +1. So I think that would gunslinger's dodge would be like +3 to the AC.
I feel like if there's a magical item that's extremely class specific, it's almost like a staple. It's like a
You have to get it.
It's like an
Right.
AF. Like you gotta
Right.
get it.
Right.
Especially if you're playing such a niche class. It's like, how you gonna play a gunslinger
And I have
Well,
the
heck,
Duster.
you know
right.
what? You could put more money in it later on to enchant that armor bonus even higher.
What?
Yeah,
It's
you can
like
get that.
stack
You
it.
can pump this.
You
Yeah.
can pump that. You
start-
can make that up. You
uh,
can make that a +8 armor bonus. And
Yeah.
What?
You could scale.
Why didn't anybody
bonuses.
tell me that when I was playing Zyno?
What
Wait
do
a
you
minute.
mean? I thought
Yeah.
I didn't know that at all.
You can scale.
It-
You can
it
scale
costs
up
more,
stack-
but
the
you could do
stack
it.
it.
Yeah, you could.
bonuses, you
But
can
yeah,
scale
just
up
keep stacking it.
The bonus attack bonus on
Bonus
That's what I
is
plan on
good.
doing on
Yeah.
Tuesday.
Oh,
I want you to. I'm gonna have you stacking the cape though all Tuesday with cloak resistance. That cloak, the resistance cloak. I'm gonna have you keep stacking it. Just keep building on it. +1, +2, +3, +4, +5.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna get a pair of boots and go to 5.
For item
Yeah.
creation, it's all about it's all about the expense. So the more you want to
Time.
the item, the more expensive it becomes. So
Uh,
let's say you wanted an item that is normally slotted for your waist, but you already have an item on your waist, so you want to slot it in an open item. Let's say like your head. So you want to make an item that would be a belt, a headband instead. You could do that. It just costs you more, and of course,
mhm.
the DC to create it is higher. It just everything just scales up the more fancy and nuanced you want the magical item to be.
Okay.
It could be done, yeah. You could even make up your own from scratch if you wanted to. If you sat down with Lou, it'll just cost more.
This is my first time doing item creation,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Yeah, you can go deep. Good.
Man, this is why wizards are so powerful, bro. It's 'cause
Right.
It's also why I brought up
This shit is fucking
It's also
clutch.
why I brought up. I need to post it. That's what I need to do. I need to post it in here as a handout. Power components.
Yeah,
Yeah,
put it in the
you
chat
did
too.
post that of it.
Put it
Power
in the chat so we can
components,
save
yeah.
it.
Oh, for the alchemical group. That was another
That's
group.
why there's some. I don't know
was
who's
the
got the best survival check in here, but like there's been monsters that like they don't carry treasure, but you can
I
harvest.
have
You can
like 2 or 3
harvest.
ranks in it.
You can harvest their body parts and use it for creating magic items. It'll subsidize the gold piece cost.
That's what I was saying.
You know, like the tentacle of a displacer beast will like count as if it was 500 gold pieces towards like making a potion of displacement or some shit like that. Like yeah, they
I
got
gotta put some ranks in there.
To look into that too. Lewis, I officially landed on my new familiar. I finally got it.
I
What'd you
saw
get?
that. Yeah, we're gonna have to
yeah.
have to talk on that one.
Oh,
What do you mean? Lewis, stop! Stop playing with me.
so what do you trade them in?
We're
Or
gonna have to talk
or
on that
have them?
one because you chose
have a-
something that I need to make a story for real. 'Cause
I was gonna make a story, but you know what? You can do it too.
because it's a Pathfinder creature, and I guess I need to give you the lore on how I'm handling it in a D&D setting.
So I have a feat called Spark of the Uncanny, which originally allowed me to give my familiar a language. And then after 3rd level, it's able to essentially evolve into an improved familiar.
Gotcha.
I waited until level 7 because you got better choices of familiars.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
now the familiar I chose is a CR3 as opposed to like a CR1.5 or CR.
Gotcha.
Like
Gotcha. It wasn't that much of a jump, right?
yeah.
It didn't make that much of a difference. I hear you. But this was gonna make a difference.
Oh, this familiar makes a difference.
uh,
If Lewis let me have it. This
uh,
familiar makes a difference.
Well, he says it's gonna let you have it. It's just a story.
yeah, it's just gonna be incredible. It's gonna be an incredible ass story.
That's just gonna be dope.
Like
Man.
I'm a post this because this is where they came from.
Limbo.
Because these creatures I should say these creatures officially, right, quote unquote, like they don't exist in Dungeons and Dragons per se. But me being the DM, I've been using Pathfinder monsters like crazy because I like them and they're fun and cool.
And then motherfuckers are deadly. Oh, what is this?
But
It's the subtype of my familiar.
Oh wow.
it's the Proteans are they're
Shit.
basically okay. So you know how we have
Nice.
Matt, you know how in
That's
D
nice.
and D there's like each
That's fucking dope.
each alignment spectrum usually has like some outsider, some extraplanar being that kind of represents that, like lawful for the Modrons
Yeah, like some
and
sort of
chaotic evil
something
for the
like
demons.
quintessential, like
Mm.
whatever that
So
is.
so
Essentially,
the Slads would be the one for chaotic
for
neutral.
chaos. Yeah.
For chaos. The Pathfinder couldn't use Slads because it was it was an IP that was copyrighted and belonged to Wizards of the Coast.
Right. This is
Um,
why like how they created psychopomps.
so no, psychopomps is something else. Psychopomps they're ushers of the dead. They're a true neutral outsider race that deal with the afterlife.
Oh, so that's not
No, that's not the
analogous
psychopomps.
for.
The psychopomps is
Okay.
actually it's not and it's not analogous for anything in D&D. It's actually brand new and unique to Pathfinder, which I brought into D&D because they should have had something like this a long time ago. But I guess their creatives didn't think of it. But it makes the psychopomps definitely make sense in the D&D setting. Like now the Proteans, talking to the Proteans, that's the outsiders that represent like the chaos aspect of the multiverse in Pathfinder in Galarian. Um,
Mm.
very different than the Vlad. In fact, they're definitely, I would say they're more. I wouldn't say they're better. I would say they definitely are more suited to being that because there really isn't like a race that represents chaos in D&D. People will say it's the Slad, but when you look at the history of the Slad, they weren't always there. In fact, um, they came from some mysterious uh, stone called the Spawning Stone that's sitting in Limbo and creates them. Um, but when you look at the Slads and what they do and their and like what they how their lives are like, there doesn't seem to be anything in there that makes it so that they want to spread chaos or influence things with chaos. Nothing like that at all. In fact, at times they almost seem to some of them even lean chaotic evil. So they're not even fully, truly chaotic neutral. But the Proteans, I posted the link on them. You guys can read about them
I'm
in
looking
there.
at it.
But
Yeah, I'm looking
yeah,
at it now.
but the Proteans are just that for Galarian. Like they are a race of they have a serpent theme going with them, but they're like a race of like these serpent outsiders that are all about entropy and chaos, and each one represents like a different aspect of chaos, and like they're solely all about that life pretty much. Whereas Slads are just some mysterious origin and no there doesn't seem to be much of like purpose to them.
Hmm.
Um, it almost feels like they're just there to just beat up on. Like, their motivations are very individualized. You know, it's not like the slides are like, yeah, spread chaos everywhere. Like when you read about slides, there's nothing in there that they do anything like that. They're just
Yeah.
chaotic. They're just chaotic neutral, most of them. But the Proteans, yeah. Um, I like them. They're a cool race of outsiders. Um, but see now Tony's looking to try and get one as a familiar, the weakest um of the race. The Void Worms, they have you can have them as a familiar, and I'm like, oh, now I need to develop some lore for the Proteans to exist in this Realms game. 'Cause I've been doing that with the Psycho. I've been doing that with the Psychopalms. You guys already saw that when I had Roth encounter one. And like he told Roth like where they're from and why nobody knows much about them and like and what their purpose is now that they're like kind of showing up on the scene in a sense. Um, they were easy to like try and slide in. The Proteans wouldn't be too hard either for me to slide
Hmm.
in. Um, actually, what's weird is Forgotten Realms has their own. The Planescape has went so far with the Slads, and then Forgotten Realms took it a step further. What Forgotten Realms did was, I'm sure you know about the creator races.
The Saruk.
The Saruk, the Aerie, the Batraki, the dragons, and I think and because there's 5 of them, and humans.
No, not humans.
Humans wasn't one of them. Oh, I think it was the Fae. I think it was the Fae. Creator races, Forgotten. I know there was 5 of them. Why am I? Creator races are the Saruk. Okay, we know that. The reptilian sauroid creator race. The Batrachi, which is an amphibioid creator race. The Aerie, an avian creator race. Okay, yeah, the Fae. That's another one. Yeah, the 5th one is humans.
What?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it was humans.
Because I thought the humans first showed up as slaves for the Saruk. And they didn't learn magic until the elves taught it to them.
Yeah, but I think these were the 5 that were like there at the beginning. Like they were naturally there at the beginning. They weren't interlopers. They didn't come from another world. These 5 were like here.
Got you. Okay.
Um,
That's not that bad.
but the Batrachi, the amphibioid creator race, of which their descendants are creatures like Bullywug, Kuatoa, doppelgangers. Um, yeah, they've given rise to like various amphibious, Piscine, and even shapeshifter races. Like I
Well,
was
that's
surprised. I
weird
was like,
because
doppelgangers descend from the Batrachi? Oh shit.
that's why I thought it was weird because doppelgangers like are aberrations.
Monstrous humanoids. They don't have the aberration type. They're not aberrations.
Yo.
Um, but anyway, the Batrachi, there was a group of them that went to the plane of limbo. Led by like
I'm just gonna.
led by one of their leaders, and it was apparently the Slad came from the Batrachi, which is like, okay, so the Slads weren't even originally there from the beginning. They came from another world, entered limbo, and then got transformed there, and then became widespread. So yeah, it's wild. Some wild shit. 'Cause I was like, what? Feels like Limbo does not have like a race of. They have chaotic creatures that are from there, like Chaos Beast and other shit, but like there's no like full on race of various
Hmm.
members that are pure chaotic, but the Proteans and Pathfinder are exactly that. I'm probably gonna have it where like the Proteans were there, always there, deep and like deep within the bowels of Limbo itself, and
Mm,
they recently are awakening and surfacing.
because of Luna.
Because of Luna. Luna brought about a whole race of extraplanar beings to
Right.
awaken. Dear.
She cursed the dire elk and then woken up an ancient race of fucking
An ancient race of fucking chaos snakes.
sea dragons. I don't even know. That's what they look like. They look like some sort of
They're supposed to be
energy
based.
dragons.
They're supposed to be based off of serpents. The
Uh,
Proteans.
uh,
That's why they all have like a serpent look
they
to
look
them, like a
right.
snake-like
It
look.
looks dope. It's dope as shit.
But anyway, you're muted.
I said I played on the idea that Luna can like shape reality, and
Mm.
one of them found her
Ah,
during her midst of dealing with Shar.
that's nice.
That'd have been dope.
But in any case, all right. We will discuss more on WhatsApp, and then whatever whatever's decided on WhatsApp, we will be able to play it out next week.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need you to make dexterity boots for me at some point.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna just start boosting my dex when I get the next level.
With the cauldron, I can already start making multiple things of cat grace too and shit like that.
Yeah, that's what they said. They
All
said
right,
the
guys.
All right,
all right, y'all.
later.
All right.
Peace. Everybody calling tonight? Shit.
Yeah, or
But
at
yeah, I'm
least
definitely
yeah.
all right. I'll definitely
least-
use those cat. I'm definitely gonna use this just to boost my fucking dex. All right. Damn, everybody got up out of here.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
And put a belt in the chat for him. See if you
Yeah,
can
we're
make
just
that for me.
gonna we're gonna get everybody's plans
Yeah.
like organized in WhatsApp, and that way next week we'll know what we're playing through.
But
Get all the get all that stuff like out the way so we can just keep the game just
I
like
mean,
regular.
I don't really got much. I don't think I got anything really, unless you give me something to do. Really.
I mean, yeah,
Give me-
I've got shit plans, but
right.
but that's if like I've got shit planned, but like I'm not gonna go too crazy with it because I'm gonna let the players let me know what they're kind of doing in their downtime before like they go to
Mm.
before they go to Waterdeep or decide to go to Waterdeep.
Oh, I need to just start researching. That's what I need to start researching the cure for this vampire shit. I needed the blade shit, the alchemical blood.
Hmm.
I was
Yeah.
gonna. Can I do that with Can I?
I
I
mean,
don't want to. Yeah, because I want to start doing that with Luna, right? Maybe
yeah.
sit down and start talking with her about that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. You could be doing that during downtime. Yeah. Um. But yeah, I was
Because I
just
do
want.
not
I'm
want to
gonna
keep.
see.
I
I'm
do
gonna.
not want to keep drinking fucking pale lady. That shit sounds like
Right.
it's for something crazy.
I'm gonna keep. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I'm gonna keep. Not keep. I'm gonna wait to see like what all the players want to do with their characters first,
Oh,
and
yo,
then
at level 8, I get to choose if I want to go deeper into the stain, don't I? If I
no,
or
level
deeper
7.
into the.
Level 7.
Oh,
This level right now. Yeah.
oh no. Oh, because I kind of wanted to do it. I kind of want to do it.
This
I'm not
man,
gonna lie.
one level later already. Wait on it.
Already, I want to go
You're
in.
already getting tempted.
I already, bro. another. It's what is it? It's a what another +4 to my.
Depends on what you choose, but it'll
Oh,
add. But you're definitely gonna need to feed every day.
right.
But
I'm
yeah,
just looking at this.
I'm gonna see whatever. I'm gonna see what all the players want to do with their downtime, and then like get that settled, and then
Oh,
whatever
this.
I have planned for players. Which yeah, I do. I have like at least one thing
Mm-hmm.
for every character here. On
All right.
downtime. Um,
Ugh.
so and then yeah, once I mean, like I said, once the downtime and little side stuff is done, and the characters are like, all right, let's go talk to this guy at Waterdeep. Like,
Yeah.
but I would definitely need everyone's input. I need to know, yeah, even though he wasn't here,
Yes. Right.
he does watch the session, so
Right. Samuels.
um yeah, he does watch the session,
Mm,
so I'm gonna need his input for like what Rolf's doing.
yeah. Yeah. Makes sense.
But in any
And then,
case, all right.
all right, bro.
All right.